They say a mother's heart is a wide well, honey. You can drop a lot of pain down into it and the surface won't even ripple. But today? Today the well ran dry. My name is Martha. I'm 56 years old and my hands, well, they've spent 30 years scrubbing floors, folding laundry, and holding a family together that sometimes feels like it's trying its best to fall apart. My husband, Bill, he's a good man, but he's got a way of looking right through me like I'm part of the wallpaper. But it was my son Leo, my baby boy, who finally broke the seal. I went to my jewelry box this morning. I wanted to look at my grandmother's ring, the only piece of gold I own. It's a delicate thing, or so I thought. I needed to see it because I felt small today, and that ring always made me feel like I came from something strong. I reached into the velvet, and my fingers met nothing but cold dust. The box was empty, and as I looked out the window, I saw Leo's car peeling out of the driveway, his eyes shifting in the rearview mirror like a man running from a fire he just lit. My heart didn't just break, sugar. It shattered. But what I found out at the pawn shop an hour later, that didn't just change my day. It changed my entire life. Stick with me, because you aren't gonna believe what that jeweler told me while my son was busy counting his blood money. Now you have to understand the house of Martha. For 25 years I've been the fixer. If the pipes burst, I'm the one with the wrench while Bill's watching the game. If Leo needed loan money for another business venture, I was the one who skipped the new shoes to put cash in his hand. I've been invisible, honey. Quiet endurance. That's the Southern woman's curse. When I realized the ring was gone, I didn't scream. I sat on the edge of the bed and felt a coldness settle in my bones. I walked into the kitchen where Bill was eating toast. Bill, I said, my voice trembling. The ring is gone. Leo took it. Bill didn't even look up from his paper. Now Martha, don't go making dramas. Leo's probably just getting it cleaned for you. Pause twos. He's 32 years old and lives in our basement, eating the food I cook while calling me smothering if I ask for help with the trash. I felt that first spark of heat in my chest then. A quiet, burning no. I drove down to the only pawn shop in town, Gold and Grace. I saw Leo's beat-up sedan parked around the corner. I walked in, my heart hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. I saw him at the counter. He was sweating, laughing nervously with the man behind the glass. Come on, Mike, Leo was saying. It's an heirloom. Solid gold. Give me 500. I stood in the shadows and watched my own flesh and blood sell my history for $500 of fast cash. When the door clicked shut, I walked up to that counter. The jeweler, an old man named Mr. Henderson, looked at me over his spectacles. Martha, he whispered. Was that your boy? He laid the ring on the black velvet pad. He pulled down his loop and looked at it. Then he looked at it again. He spent 10 minutes where I couldn't even breathe, testing the stone and the band. Pause twos, he looked up, and his face was pale. Martha, this isn't just a ring. This stone? It's a rare, untreated Padparadska. At auction, you're looking at upwards of $80,000. I didn't faint. I didn't cry. For the first time in 30 years, I felt perfectly, dangerously calm. Let me ask you something, sugar. Have you ever felt completely invisible in your own home? Have you ever felt like you're just a vending machine for snacks and laundry? We spend our lives building pedestals for people who wouldn't even hold the umbrella for us in the rain. My son thought I was worth $500. My husband thought I was worth the price of a quiet house. But Mr. Henderson just told me I was holding a fortune. Drop a comment right now and tell me. Have you ever had a breaking point moment where you realized your family was taking your kindness for a weakness? I want to hear your stories, because I'm about to tell you exactly how I handled that $80,000 secret. I bought the ring back. Not with money. I signed a contract with Henry to let him sell it on consignment. I went home. Leo was in the basement, probably ordering pizza with his earnings. Bill was in his recliner. Everything okay, Martha? Bill asked. Eyes still on the TV. No, Bill. Everything is changing. I sat them both down. Leo looked smug. Mom, why the face? Leo smirked. I saw a thief, Leo, I said. Pause threes, he turned white. I know you sold it for $500. Bill finally stood up. Now, Martha, don't be hard on him. Quiet, Bill, I said. And for the first time in my life, he actually shut his mouth. I leaned in close to Leo. You thought that ring was worth $500 because you think I'm worth nothing. Well, here's the shock for the family. That ring was appraised at $80,000. The silence was so thick you could have cut it with a butter knife. Leo's eyes turned greedy. 80 grand? Mom, we're rich. We can fix the car. No, I said. There is no we. The money is going into a private trust for a small apartment in the city, for me. Alone. Bill gasped. Martha, you're leaving? I'm not leaving, Bill, I said, heading for the door with my suitcase. I'm just finally realizing my own appraisal. And it turns out, I'm far too expensive for this house. It's been 6 months now. I'm sitting on a small balcony overlooking a park. There's no laundry piled up. There's no one asking me where their socks are. Leo had to get a job at the warehouse. Bill is learning how to use a microwave. They call me, crying and apologizing, but I told them, I love you, but I love myself more now. That's the lesson, honey. We let people treat us like costume jewelry when we were diamonds all along. If you're sitting there today feeling used, I want you to know it's never too late to get your appraisal. You are worth more than the services you provide. Before you go, hit that subscribe button and join our circle. Share this video with a woman who needs to remember her own worth today. And remember what Auntie May tells you. The only person who can truly set your price is you. I'll see you in the next one, sugar. Keep your head high.